you doing, aficionados? Kris Baso coming at you from TobaccoWorldCigars.com. I don't know really where to begin, so I'm just going to be honest with you and tell you, I guess, what's gone on for the past week that I've been away. Most importantly, I want to let you guys know, it's not your computer. You don't really need to edit anything or dim or brighten the screen at all. I appear a little bit darker because I am. Number one, I'm dark to begin with, and number two, I just came back from a great 7-day cruise throughout all of the Western Caribbean. How you doing, Jeff? I visited Cozumel, I visited Costa Maya, I visited Belize, and most importantly, I ended up in the beautiful Grand Cayman Islands. Excuse me, we're doing a video right now. In any case, if you're a cigar guy and you get a chance to take a vacation and you visit the Western Caribbean, you should know that Cozumel and the Grand Cayman Islands is probably your best stop to, smoke a fine Cuban cigar. Now, if you're a regular customer that attends this store, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more personally than everybody else out there in internet land. I want to apologize for the things that I kind of been saying. Number one, I'm a big believer in Padron and in the Ernesto Carrillos and the Benjamin Menendez of the world and all the other great Jose Seases that were cigar blenders that came from Cuba and are now in the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua and Honduras. And the reason I'm saying this is my analogy with Cuban cigars has always been when somebody's walked into my store and said, I'm looking for something that's as good as a Cuban cigar. Guys, Cuban cigars are great cigars, but they're not the greatest cigars being made today. Now, granted, that Cuban soil is rich in nitrogens, it has that perfect flavor, it has just that Cuban taste that you look for. But there are other flavors out there that, in my opinion, if not succeed the flavors that you're looking for out of a Cuban cigar. So basically what I'm saying is this. If baseball in the United States was to go on strike today, who would come in and play for the New York Yankees, the Boston Red Sox, and every other team that exists within baseball land? You'd have the Scrubs. The Scrubs would play baseball. They're not quite the Alex Rodriguez's or the Roger Clemenses of the world, and they're Scrubs, so we really don't look at it the same. Well, you should know that when Castro came into power, you had the Scrubs come in to start making cigars. The Padrones left and all the great cigar makers left. They took their friggin' seeds and ran. They went to other countries and they cultivated those soils and they're making cigars that are, if not just as great as Cuban cigars, in my opinion, they're a hell of a lot better. And that brings me to what I wanted to talk to you about. On this cruise, we had a little room called the Cigar Connoisseurs Club. It was on the, if you guys get a chance to visit it, which I highly fucking recommend you don't, if you don't want to get your ass taken to the bank, Royal Caribbean, Explorer of the Sea. Beautiful boat. I'm saying to myself, for a friggin' 6 people, 7 days, $8,000 cruise, where is this fucking place making their money? You're fucking stuck on a boat for 7 days. That's where they make their money. They make their money on the soda, they make their money on the alcohol, they make their money on all the trips, and so on and so forth, and the next thing you know, you're stuck another $5,000 into the trip. But in any case, I get to this cigar club on the boat, and I sit down every night, and I brought with me 7 40th anniversaries to have at the end of every meal. I brought with me Pepin Garcia Padilla 1932s. I brought with me a box of Padron Imperials, just in case I happen to meet friends on the boat, guys, that I talk to that I want to hand cigars out. I brought a shitload of cigars with me. And you guys know my inventory here. I carry $1 million inventory. My wife wants to have me fucking committed. Because at every island stop that I took, I was walking out like this with Cuban cigars underneath my arms. I love this business. I love cigars that much. I am a fan of any kind of cigar. I don't give a shit if it's made on the fucking streets of Milwaukee. I want to smoke it. I want to know what it's about. But I'll tell you what. I had the new Romeo and Juliet Short Churchill. Thumbs up. A beautiful fucking cigar. Wonderful, wonderful Cuban taste, a medium to full body blend. The cigar was very complex, and the beauty in it was each and every one that I held in my hand looked like little baby offsprings of one another. It was magnificent. But After I smoked my Limitada Monte Cristo #2, I'm sitting there with a group of guys. I want to do a shout out to John from Ireland. I got Steve, my buddy from the U.S. Army, who's up in North Carolina in the Fayetteville area. I want to say hello to you. I had a pleasure all week smoking cigars and getting to know all you guys. In any case, these guys were looking at me for a lot of advice, right down to the cigar club. The guy who ran the cigar club practically fucking begged me to call him this week and to help him supply the boat with better cigars. I mean, these guys had 4 different types of Macanudos. They had a Gurkha Robusto for $13 on the ship as the most expensive cigar on the ship. And they had a fucking Hemingway Signature for $9. They had everything backwards. I made the guy aware of what he should have and what he shouldn't have, and what a good cigar is and what a good one isn't, and what everything tastes like. And make a long story short, I met a friend for life through that guy. He wants me to start selling to the cruise line. But in any case, I'm sitting with all of these guys every night. We're talking about cigars and getting to know each other, having laughs, talking about politics and religion and all the shit you're not supposed to, but that cigar guys do talk about. You guys know what I'm talking about. But in any case, I'm done with this Monte Cristo #2. And I'm putting it out and I'm saying, this is a very special fucking cigar. It's not the cigar I'm about to recommend you, but I wanted to let you know what a special cigar is. And I had a glass of Louis XIII cognac with it, and it was just perfect. And I said, God, I'm not going to be able to top this. Then I pulled this baby out. And it reminded me what fucking perfection is about. Yes, my friends, the Padron 40th anniversary. I don't really need to tout this cigar. If anybody's a real aficionado, they know what utter fucking perfection is in a cigar. But I'm going to tell you something. I lit this cigar, and I didn't skip a beat with these guys. I kept going on and talking my shit and listening to everybody else talk their shit, and we just had a blast. And as this cigar started to smoke down, and I saw the goosebumps rising up on the wrapper, and the ash holding itself with the goosebumps sitting in it, and the cigar drawing perfectly with the taste that only Old Man Padron can create, it made me realize we're all fucking Cuban cigar stupid. That's what we are. Because this is, pound for pound, the fucking perfect cigar. The 40th anniversary is going to go on my recommendation list. And I haven't even smoked it, and that's the way I feel about it. And I'm going to puff on it right now.
I got the Ashton, the Esquire, which
what do you say, Joe? Perfect 10?
After 10.
Perfect 10. There you go. The first perfect 10 of the year. That's it. This is Kris Baso, www.tobaccoworldcigars.com. And I promise you next week, I don't know, maybe I'll get naked. See you next week.